Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Happy Saturday. We have a quiet little NBA slate tonight. Just 4 games starting at 8 o'clock, but wanted to go ahead and make a breakdown. Be a bit quicker than usual as there's only 4 games. Yesterday, didn't have to change the picks from the from the YouTube video. So ended up being good. We had a 308 on DraftKings. It was Delon Wright, Andrew Wiggins went absolutely bonkers. Glad he actually showed up, and without Steph Curry. Then you had Draymond do well. Jokic, that overtime and fourth quarter really helped him. And then FanDuel cleared about 380. Had Jamal Murray had a big second half, especially fourth quarter and overtime. And Jokic and Bridges was great as a value play. So good night yesterday. Let's keep it going tonight. Let's get into it. As always, appreciate you guys hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and check out Twitter if there are any changes, any updates, any guys out that we weren't expecting. I'll post them there. So get us started. We'll start with the Golden State side again. No Curry tonight. Oubre ended up playing yesterday. He didn't play great, but he's not on the injury report right now, so I expect him to play again. There's still no Curry, so it's gonna be Andrew Wiggins once again. You're gonna want to play him. It was really great last night. Going right back to him tonight. Don't expect 66, but he's gonna shoot a lot more. He leads the team in usage. Without Curry, and even if Oubre's a little bit banged up, that'll definitely help. I mean, Oubre can have more usage than Wiggins at times, but Wiggins and Oubre are going to do a lot of the scoring. Yeah, Draymond's going to facilitate and get the rebounds, and Wiggins, good matchup against Memphis. Think he's in play. Once again, he's going to be a really chalk play tonight after yesterday, but I just don't see how you don't play him on a 4-gamer. Power forward of Draymond is definitely a lot more expensive than last night. He's still a great play, I would say, but I would rank it Wiggins, Oubre, then Draymond are my 3 favorite, and then it would be Jordan Poole's price tag is 5,100. He shot the ball incredibly well, so he's going to shoot the ball and score. He's not going to get you much else. He'd probably be popular today, so if you wanted to take a stand, you could fade him. And instead, hope that a guy like Oubre steps up, has a much better game than he did last night, and then if he scores like 20 plus, I mean, I'm sure it's going to take away from Jordan Poole and some of the other guys that scored well, like Damian Lee off the bench, is $3,400, played 28 minutes. He's basically a hot hand approach off the bench. Don't say you can't play him, but if Nico Mannion was playing better, he probably would have got more minutes. Could have seen Bazemore play more minutes, but I think you could still look to Damian Lee as a value play, but it's Wiggins and Oubre are my favorites, and then it would be Draymond as the third guy. Going back to point guard, it's the Sixers Sacramento game is one of the best ones to target on the slate. You have the Sixers a bit shorthanded, no Embiid, no Seth Curry, so you'll see them. Hopefully, you get Ben Simmons have a big game. Hopefully, Tobias steps up like he has been. Their price tags aren't the best on DraftKings, 91 and 8,800, but the matchup is just so good against Sacramento that you're going to want to get to a few of these guys. And then Furkan is 46. You could see him start in place of Curry. If not, they could go with Dival, but I would expect Furkan to start here. So I still do like Ben Simmons here, $9,100, but I would lean to Fox if I had to pick between the two. Both guys give you a ton of upside. Fox will probably be lower owned. If I can try to get to both of them, I will, but I like Fox is my favorite point guard option. Then it would be Ben Simmons. Then I don't think I'll really get to LaMelo in a tough matchup against the Clippers at $8,100. I don't really want to go to DeJounte now that DeRozan is back. John Morant's been kind of struggling. Could make sense as a guy that you take a shot on at 7,200, but I just would rather go up at the position. Then I don't want to play Derek White now that DeRozan's back. His price tag is increasing. You have Jordan Poole, Shake Milton. It'll be a nice value play, 5,200. Halliburton's still on a minutes limit, but he's been playing over 30 minutes, so it's not much of a limit, if I'd say so myself. And that's mainly it. You could take a shot on Mannion again if you wanted to, but I'd probably take a shot on Damian Lee. Shooting guard, it's Wiggins is the best play. Then it's Paul George if you wanted to pay up at the position. I love Buddy Hield still at $6,600. Just playing big minutes right now. He gives you some solid upside in the 40s, high 30s. Occasionally gets you in the 20s if his shot's not falling. But against Philly, we've seen them give up some big games too, like guards this season. Put up 40 and a half, even though he didn't shoot the ball particularly well earlier this meeting against them. I will go back to Buddy Hield at 66. So I want to get to some Sacramento Kings, and I will definitely plug in some Sixers here. But I like the Kings, Sixers, and the Warriors are my 3 favorite teams to target tonight. But Buddy Hield looks really good at 6,600 compared to some of the other guys. Drew Holiday's been playing better, but it's always tough to pick between him and Middleton and Giannis. Well, Giannis is always the preferred option to pay up. got it done in the overtime against Philly last game. He's been playing more minutes, so I think he's still underpriced at $6,500. I like him more than Rozier. I like him more than Derek White. For value, I would look to Shake Milton, Jordan Poole. Look to Furkan Korkmaz if he starts at $4,600. And Damian Lee is the ultimate value play. Small forward, I love the price tag on Kelly Oubre. I like the price tag a lot on still. You could look to Bridges. There's no Zeller, so if they wanted to, they could start small and start Bridges alongside PJ Washington. I'll see what they decide to do. But I do like that price tag on him. Bazemore started last game, only played 12 minutes, so obviously a little bit risky. But if he's starting again and starts off the game hot, then we'll get some more minutes. But it's Ben Simmons at the position. It's at 9,100. I like him the most, more than DeRozan, a little bit more than Kawhi, just because I think Ben Simmons will go absolutely nuts against the Kings in this type of pace-up spot. And then don't really want to get to Middleton or Gordon Hayward at their price tags. Power forward. Can we play Oubre at power forward? Yeah. Power forward, I'll probably play Ben Simmons at small forward, and then I'll probably shift Oubre to power forward. Other guys at the position is Giannis 11-1. He looks great. There's not a ton of spend ups on the slate, so if you want to make it work with Giannis, I will not fault you. I like Draymond at $7,400 still. Pretty good price tag. Didn't make a shot last game, but he still put up 40 and a half or 40 and 3/4. He still gives you a lot of upside. Tobias, if you wanted to pay up, he's getting a bit expensive. I'd probably just be able to get to one of Simmons or Tobias. So leaning to Simmons right now. And then for value here, it's really Morris's price tag has kind of increased up to 48, so he's not that much of a strong play, in my opinion. So don't see a ton of value at power forward. Probably a good position to spend at least above 6,000. At center, it's Giannis. If you wanted to go all the way up at the position, you have some cheaper plays to consider. Dwight Howard is 6,000. His price tag is increasing a little bit, but been about the same price tag. Minutes should be there tonight. It's a great spot against Sacramento. This gives you solid upside, at least 5x, 6x upside. Wanted to take a shot and punt with the position, it could be Zubats at $5,100, depending on Serge Ibaka news. And then you have Tony Bradley, $4,000. He's been starting, but it doesn't play a lot of minutes. He starts the game, but they really like to give a ton of minutes to Howard at center. And then I think you could look to Looney or Biyombo. Looney, just because they don't really have another big right now without Wiseman. We look at the Warriors bigs. There's no Wiseman, Pascal, Chris, all out. Smiley just isn't playing for them. I don't even know if he's with the team. Just got recalled. So Looney's gonna play at least 20 minutes, and the matchup isn't terrible against Memphis. He was solid last night, so I think you could play him if you wanted to go cheap at center. I think he looks good, and then Biyombo if he starts. I mean, can't do too much worse than a $3,300 center. Well, assuming he gets 20 minutes, he's not the best point per dollar minute guy, but we've seen him hit some value recently. So those are the 6 plays that I'm looking at right now. Let's go over to FanDuel. All right, on FanDuel here, starting off at point guard. Like the price tag on Fox, but Ben Simmons is really cheap, $8,500. That is a tremendous play. Then you have John Moran is pretty cheap, 75. If you wanted to take a shot in GPPs with LaMelo, that you can go for that at 81. I don't mind Shake Milton, but I'd probably go Jordan Poole, who's almost $900, who's almost $1,000 cheaper, $900 cheaper. But it's gonna be Ben Simmons right now, 8,500 in just this matchup. Should pace up spots, should get hopefully get some steals, hopefully get some blocks in. You should get a lot of rebounds, should get a lot of assists tonight. Hopefully, he scores pretty solid as well. Shooting guard, I like Paul George. I like Buddy Hield at 6,300. I love Wiggins. I mean, I don't know how you don't play him at 5,200. He is the guy that I will be locking in. And then you have a punt play, min-priced Furkan Korkmaz, $3,500 if you wanted to go cheap at shooting guard. Small forward, it's Kawhi Leonard. I'm looking at him pretty aggressively. I think you can make a case to go in the 5K range with both Oubre, Harrison Barnes. You have Keldon Johnson, fresh off of a 2020 game last night at only $4,800. You have Kenny Green. We'll see an uptick in probably shot attempts without Curry. You'll see Kyle Anderson they play so many guys, but he's still affordable at 49 for tournaments. And that's it at the position. So for me, it's gonna be probably Oubre is a guy that I like on both sides, expecting to bounce back after last night's performances. Power forward, I love Tobias at 83. Looks a lot better. Well, he looks a little bit better than he does on DraftKings, say $500. Power forward isn't particularly strong. You have like four guys that look appealing. It's Giannis, Tobias, Draymond. PJ Washington, if he starts at center, would be appealing. And then if you wanted to go all the way cheap, it's gonna be more. So there's like five guys that are in play for me on FanDuel. It's gonna be Tobias for me at $8,300. Him and Ben Simmons should have great games tonight. And then at center, you can go to Valanciunas, you can go to Holmes. If I wanted to save some money, I'm looking to Zubats if he starts without if Ibaka's out again. But I do like the price tag on Dwight Howard. He's been steadily getting a bit more run recently, 27, 29 minutes. Maybe no Curry will force them to go a bit bigger here. And it's a spot where Hassan Whiteside plays backup center. They have Holmes out there in the minutes that Whiteside's not out there. So it's a spot where the Sixers should have Bradley or Dwight Howard out there for the entire game, at least one of them. And Howard has been getting a lot more minutes recently. Hopefully pushes to high 20s in minutes, and we've seen him be a great per minute guy. So Howard, Tobias, Simmons are my favorites on the Sixers to target. You can throw Furkan in here if you want. And then on the Warriors, it's Wiggins, Oubre. Both cheap on FanDuel. I don't see how you're not high on both of them. So that's it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Best of luck tonight, and see you all later.